fans, our next contest is a tag team matchup, and it's scheduled for one fall.
All right, we are going to see a very established tag team here in Premier against a first-time tag team. And a debut of an American Daredevil. And a return of an annoying megaphone.
Who gets megaphones?
Answer your question?
I thought it was fine.
Obnoxious, overbearing Nick Nero.
The American Daredevil, Johnny
Well, Nero recruited a young man to be his tag team partner this past December. That ended in a losing effort.
We could have him as the ring announcer.
We have enough, thank you.
Go back to the Olympics wherever you came from, but what are you wearing?
Nero wasting no time criticizing his own partner. Nero feels that he is a catalyst for change, and that he's going to shape the wrestling world and the world around him for the better, because he's got something to say, and gosh darn it, he's one of those types that feels his opinion matters more than everybody else's. But he's recruited Johnny Patch. I think Patch wants an opportunity, but I'm not sure that Patch is really on board with Nero's teaching.
They are Chicago's traveling businessmen, Cornelius Cole and Sonny DeFarge.
Joe, let me ask you something. You know a lot about wrestling, maybe more than anybody I know. I know you study, you know the facts, you know the real ones, and then the ones that I'm sure you make up. Now, Crumfarge has a combined shoe size of 23.
Okay, yeah.
How does that factor in? Is one like a 14 and the other one a 9? Is it a 12 and 11? What's the actual shoe sizes?
Oh, I never get that personal research. Wouldn't want to offend him. But business is good for Crumbles and DeFarge.
Okay, stick with me, kid. You can understand this. Do you understand this? Let's do this.
Nero was okay. That really didn't work out too well. That shows me that the tag team chemistry is. Was Sonny DeFarge offering items for sale? Maybe a watch? Jewelry? You're not missing anything, are you?
That watch didn't have BCS engraved on it, did it?
Different guy. But I don't feel like Patch and Nero are cut from the same cloth.
Change.
Well, Johnny Patch, I think, is trying to accept. He just said, yeah, change. So he understands the message. He may not just understand the meaning behind it.
I'm not sure if Nero understands the meaning behind his own message. Johnny Patch is nicknamed the American Daredevil. Never met a high risk he didn't want to take, and certainly stepping into a competitive atmosphere like this is quite the risk in its own.
Well, certainly he's going up against the former Premier Tag Team Champions. You know, if he ever wanted to become the Canadian Daredevil, I know a group of guys.
No, please.
I don't even know what I was going to say.
He could pout in the most daring way possible.
Extreme pouting.
Yeah, really. Patch with a side headlock. I know you've seen Patch a couple of times as well in the tri-state area. Individual that's only been wrestling for 5 months now, but already has shown a lot of promise and potential.
Absolutely. He is a kid that can not only do things that most people can't even fathom, but he can do them with ease. You might think he's going to go one way, but he goes a completely different direction. So Crumbles and DeFarge are going to have their work cut out for them. And, well, certainly Nick Nero with...
Shut your mouth.
You know, I'm a fan of change.
Are you?
Yes, I'm a fan of change, and I think I understand the meaning and the message.
What if Nick Nero's plan for the future doesn't involve you?
Oh, no, it involves me. We concocted a plan. We discussed things and stuff.
That's why it makes no sense. Patch sent His opposition, Sonny Defarge for the ride. Pace quickens. You see that agility of Patch, but Defarge rolling through, takes him over, traps his shoulders. Look out, could put him away here. No. And you got to believe that Crumbles and Defarge are expecting the main event, Gannon and Duke, even in their suspension, to be watching this from somewhere. And who knows, BC Steel, if the suspension goes much longer, maybe we'll see Gannon and Duke forced into relinquishing those championships, and Crumbles and Defarge will have another opportunity.
Well, now, how would that be fair? The main event fighting champions want to take on anybody.
You have to defend the championships, and I think that's an issue that I'm going to cover in the ring in a few minutes, if that's okay with you.
Why don't you just tell me right now?
No, I'm going to address Gory and the world at the same time.
You didn't ask me. See, you don't ask my opinion. This is February, the time for love and sharing. You're not sharing, and I'm not feeling the love.
Well, we're sharing a great athletic exhibition here between Defarge and Patch. Patch elevates Defarge. And you wouldn't look at Patch and tell that he's a rookie. He's got great poise, great athleticism, but man, he got dropped hard that time.
I don't know if you said he never met a risk or that he's not willing to take.
He's like Dr. Dare.
Dr. Dare.
Yeah.
Do you think in any of his dares and his extreme risks he's ever met a traveling businessman? Well, he's going to have to hold off on continuing that. As apparently Nick Nero's seen enough.
Well, Nero not doing much better. Nero's one of those guys that thinks he's got this inflated sense of self and thinks that everybody just has to know what he's thinking all the time. One of those guys that updates social media every single hour, every topical story he has to be involved in, has to feel like he's a part of the crowd and a part of the trendy conversation. But man, we just want to clothesline his head off and pin him.
Well, I'll have you know that Nero had said earlier that he had a cold, and I was glad that I was glad earlier this week he let me know.
Double handful of beard. Are you serious?
Well, he can update his social media with that. How else am I going to know unless he tells me?
I don't care what goes on in Nick Nero's everyday life. I don't care if he's feeling bad. Swing and a miss there, and Crumbles outsmarting Nero. Nero just craves attention.
Well, I think,
Drop kick!
I think that encapsulates. I almost missed that one. I was so hopeful. I think that encapsulates society and the kids as a whole.
Elbow in a cover. Crumbles and Defarge don't care about attention and megaphones and bullhorn. They just care about getting back the titles they want.
Bullhorns.
Drop kick!
Almost fell out of my seat for that one.
I didn't even need a bullhorn for that one.
You're a bullhorn.
Well, it's all about bulls and bears for the traveling businessman. And stocks have been down when it comes to the tag team division in their estimation lately. Oh, Patch got it.
I don't know if the tag team of Patch and Nero is a bull market or a bear market. It's bull something. So
Now you're starting to see the light on Nick Nero.
No, not Nick Nero.
You said it, pal.
Oh, am I your pal?
Defarge yelling at Nero as Crumbles finds himself in the wrong part of the ring. Nero and Patch surrounding him.
I think Patch and Nero might be on the right road right now. See how well things are going, and well, they were going. Joe, it's
Obnoxious.
It's important to never miss time to spread the message.
What message is a siren?
That's what it is.
Please don't. Well, Defarge is understandably agitated, and apparently Nero maneuvering Patch the way he wants him to.
See?
Nero's a competent athlete. He's more than competent. He can do some serious damage in there. Spent some time training under the famed Wild Samoan wrestling family. Turns things around, and Nero, deceptively tall as well. He's what, 6'3" or so?
About that.
2 count only. What do you think Nero wants to change the most about Premier?
Well, I think first he needs to change. Right now he wants to change the fact that he's not the legal man. But in general, I think he wants to, as I mentioned, LaRusso being a beacon of shining light for Ron Mathis. That's what Nero wants to be for everyone else.
He's suspended for a reason. Can we stop bringing him up?
No, Nero's right there on the apron.
Referring to Mr. LaRusso.
Everything is Chris LaRusso.
That is a very scary thought. Standing shooting star, nicely done by Patch. 2 count only. And even though Nero's had this approach of change and his own strategy, it looks like Patch has been marching to the beat of his own drum.
Well, maybe he just needs to learn how to follow. Not everybody can be a leader. Sometimes you got to follow the leader.
I'm sure Nero would love to have that kind of power.
You know, David Koresh had a few issues with followers in his start too.
What was that?
That was a springboard stand.
Well, it was certainly a change from what I'd expect. 2 count only.
The master of the springboard stand and land on your feet.
And drop an elbow. Nero's clearly trying to get in the head of Crumbles.
He's in control. See, now, I'm obviously not managing this team, but if I were, I would tell them to get their tags in order.
I don't think Patch has really got this following thing down. And Crumbles! Patch up high.
Well, you got to be on the same page, and Cornelius Crumbles and Sonny Defarge are definitely on the same page. I don't think Patch and Nero are quite on the same page.
At this point, Patch is doing such a poor job of following. I wouldn't be surprised if he unfollowed Nero on Twitter. Tag to Defarge. And here comes Nero. Defarge unloading. Nero in a bad way, the 6'4" Defarge. And a uppercut! I was just saying they're both tall, but I had to stop because the uppercut.
Yeah, I got that. I think the people got that too.
And Nero's trapped.
Oh, at least he can't uppercut him this way.
No, but he's digging in his ear. Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, that's change that we do not need.
That'll change the taste in your mouth.
That's got to be some form of illegal, if not criminal.
Why?
Because he put his ear boogies in his mouth.
Defarge charging in the corner.
Technical term, by the way.
And Defarge able to turn things around and send Patch to the floor. Crumbles and Defarge have Nero isolated, and Nero may want to change his surroundings. Patch neutralized again. Well, here, look at Nero.
Well, hey, maybe Nero's going to get this done.
Crumbles gets hung up. Hey, this could be a major upset. Nero can put himself in tag title contention. Modified on Sai DDT. He can have him. No. Nero feeling some frustration. He was close.
Now, Joe, why is he just hanging around in the corner over there?
Crumbles, he's stuck. The official should be trying to release him, by the way. Patch wants another opportunity.
See, now there was an organized tag.
It was an organized
Reached
tag.
out and accepted. Oh, well,
That wasn't very organized. Super kick.
well, no kidding, that wasn't
Caught
organized.
Nero springs off with that hard clothesline. Defarge helps out his buddy. Hopefully Crumbles doesn't have a torn knee or some kind of severe damage as a result of being hung upside down like that. Check this out. Backbreaker. Here comes Crumbles. Up with a curb stomp. Nicely done. Nero not a prayer to hit involved at all. Defarge on top. That'll do it.
Your winners of the match, the team of Cornelius Crumbles and Sonny Defarge.
Certainly Nero and Patch weren't as cohesive as you'd expect the main event to be, but even still a hard-fought victory for Defarge and Crumbles, who still have the main event in their crosshairs, especially after both teams eliminated one another from Turf War a month ago.
Well, that's absolutely the case, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Nero did not get the change that he had anticipated. May have to go back to the drawing board as far as that team goes.
Now I hear tell that these two gentlemen were sent to deliver a message from Gannon and Duke. Well, if that message was inadequacy, disorganization, the failure to finish where you started, message received. first chance we get, we are taking the Premier Tag titles back. Because that is our business. And business is good.
From Lafarge, a short and impactful message for the main event moving forward. Do Crumbles and Lafarge have what it takes to regain the tag team championships with the role Gannon, Duke, and the entire LaRusso court have been on?
Well, they certainly were able to do it in the past. They were the tag team champions. They know what it takes. But the LaRusso court is a freight train going down the tracks without anybody stopping it, and I don't know if anybody can.
Crumbles and Defarge look to move their way up that proverbial ladder, and Nick Nero, I think, is... Oh, not again. He's 0 for 2 on partners.
Well, Joe, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
T-shirt.
Patch can learn to be a follower.
Nero is happy with Patch's free spirit in this matchup. And there it continues. Nero, another man down in his cause. Not doing so well at all. Back to the recruitment lines.